Hi, I'm here with Sister Norma, and we're so excited to be celebrating National Catholic Sisters Week with the wonderful Sister Norma. Thanks so much for taking some time to be with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, I'm really excited about your talk tonight here at City Space here. But first, for National Catholic Sisters Week, let's talk about your community. Tell us a little bit about the Missionaries.
The Missionaries of Jesus is a group of sisters that came from Spain and to our border in South Texas out of the invitation of the local bishop at the time, and stayed there, and that's where I met them, and I joined them. And this is a small group of sisters that were so out with the people, visiting the people in the community. And, it was such a beautiful way to be present to us as a community. And so I joined the community and been there for, I think, 35 years already,
Great. That's wonderful work and such a wonderful presence in a community to be part of that. So thank you. Thank you so much, Sister, for your service. As part of your service, you serve as the Executive Director of Catholic Charities. So tell us a little bit about that role, and then we're going to talk about certainly the Respite Center. But tell us a little bit about Catholic Charities in the Rio Grande.
Well, Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande is the charitable arm of the Catholic Church. We take part in responding to everything having to do with our people that may find themselves in some type of need, and a need for us to respond in a charitable way. And so since I took over that role, I just simply became very active in making sure we were present in everything that was happening in our community, and really reached out with all those other faith communities, the United Methodists, Baptists, and all of us that were trying to be present and respond to whatever it is that is happening in our border that needs our response. And so right from the start, there was one particular first day that I started as director for Catholic Charities. There was a severe flooding in one area of the valley. And we actually, there were all the first responders were moving out, and they wanted to know who was taking over. And so that's where I was part of. And they said, "Sister, would you like to lead us?" I had no clue what we were going to do. And I said, "Well, if you're right by me, I will definitely be happy to join you and see what it is that we need to do."
It's amazing within a community in your diocese, which is a mission diocese and a beautiful area of Texas, but so many day-to-day needs. But then you have the Respite Center too. But the first thing before I talk about the Respite Center, my favorite video is of you applauding people as they came into the Respite Center. And it brought to mind the televised town hall where Pope Francis applauded you, as he should. And not just during National Catholic Sisters Week, but every day for your work, for being a presence. So tell me what that's like to welcome people who clearly have some basic needs that need to be met, but that warmth of an applause.
Yes, that came from a person that I know so dearly, that she said she had been in Guatemala and El Salvador, in all these communities, and people there welcome you, and so let's do the same, let's applaud, and then let's bring these families when they arrive to our door with an applause, with a welcome smile, And it made a world of a difference when you receive somebody that has been through so much hardship, so much abuse, and finally encounter a space where you are welcome, with an open embrace, And I think that it just transforms the person to feel wonderful, And so we're very happy that we were able to do that, and all the volunteers joining us and applauding has been really something wonderful.
So warm, and clearly so many people who, they come through waterways where you are, through very desperate situations, some fleeing violence in their home countries, and to have that just welcoming, that kind of, come on in, is just so beautiful. So tell me, for you, what was that like to be applauded by the Holy Father?
Oh, well, it's something that I think everybody wants to be able to get to meet him, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like looking forward to that moment, as far as even say hi, Holy Father. But in reality, they told me, no, you're not going to be able to talk to him. And I said, not even hi. And they said no. And so I said, okay, so just getting to see him would be great, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm here sitting in the couple of pews back, and then all of a sudden I hear him say, I want to meet her, the nun, you know, and I go, oh my God, that's me, you know? And so I was in heaven, you know. That moment for me was like so unbelievable, you know, that he was recognizing the work we all were doing, that by recognizing me, he recognized everybody that gave their heart and their time and so unconditionally just poured themselves. And I wanted him to see that. And he did by recognizing me. He was really telling all of us, I love you. You know?
That's exactly what he said, you know, and that was so beautiful. And your response was just so touching. Like every time I think about it, it kind of, you know, makes you kind of catch your breath, because it was just such a beautiful moment. Thank you for sharing that with us in that televised town hall. That was just amazing.
It was an amazing moment. Truly it was.
I'm so impressed, you know, preparing for this interview. You've received so many awards. And of course, you're here for the speaker series here through Catholic Charities here in Boston. What is it that everyday people and international agencies can do to really kind of address this? And I know we don't have much time left, but, you know, you speak so much about the dignity of the human person. So tell me what you think would sum it all up for us.
It comes down to just one thing. Caring. You know, God created us in a way that to care about each other, to really be able to be there for that person that needs us. You know, that is what we are supposed to do. That is why God brought us into this world, to really be able to bring forward the gift of life. And how better way to do it than those who are hurting, they're suffering, than to be there for them in a way to make them feel special, make them realize that God loves them, you know? And it is through our actions that we show his presence in our life.
Thank you so much for that, Sister. And thank you so much for your work. And, you know, we all recognize Catholic Charities as, you know, our arms where we cannot be, and our charity where we cannot be. So I thank you so much for your work celebrating during National Catholic Sisters Week. And I applaud you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.